So this is an interesting angle to think about zombie Captain Marvel from. If I top deck Firehair next turn, I can Firehair and then zombie Captain Marvel to leverage the delayed what's it called to get the Firehair trigger. Seems pretty good. This Twitch stream is pre-recorded in front of a live audience. I really appreciate everybody hanging out today. If we could please cue the laugh track. And then next turn, I get to go Demon, Firelord, bring back Cassandra Nova. Best first game you could have hoped for. That's why I paid Ben Brood. So what does she do if you aren't losing a location? I think we're about to find that out here.
Hey man, I'm cool.
She just doesn't move if you're not losing a lane. That's interesting. Good to know. This ugly fucking base art demon. I think it's just this, yeah? This is Modakerson or something. Cute. Yeah, fantastic proof of concept first game. Knowing she has the ability to stay, I think actually makes this card better. You can manipulate your other location powers to like move her when it's beneficial and skip otherwise. And stay otherwise. I dig it. My client data has never matched the server in its life, and it's certainly not about to start today. Happens after claiming the 100 credits in the web shop. You are correct. Every day like clockwork. I think it's really rude and a misrepresentation of reality to say the Snap client is finally as bad as something else. The Marvel Snap client has very clearly been this bad for a long time. It's not finally anything. Get your fucking facts straight, gamer. Ooh, a bounce enjoyer, perhaps? Small indie company. Yeah, but like that, but unironically. Like, I know Marvel Snap was like this whirlwind smash hit success. And like, it made money like AAA games hope to make money. But like, really, truly, Second Dinner is a small indie company. They are a smaller new team. And their product's great. I like it, but they are genuinely they're made up of industry experts, but they are a small indie company.
Hey, you found a rook.
Don't quote me on this, but I think with Second Dinner's addition of their second round of funding that they got, I think they have around 100 employees now as they work on their second game, but don't quote me on that. There's not been any news release of their second game. You know, I actually forgot to pick up Alliance missions. I need to go do that. Thanks for the reminder, man. You the real MVP. So I have priority, which again, that means here Zombie Captain Marvel's not going to move because I'm not going to be losing any of these locations. Haba Hut, thank you for the 64 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. $20 might not be enough on the rate. I expect 13 with the -4 covers the left. Is this the hit monkey for the win? Nope, just the demon. Nice, cool, good stuff. A cursory Google search implies Second Dinner has somewhere between 150 and 200 employees. Yeah, that sounds about right. Who runs the world? Squirrels! I think that's the number one question on my mind for Second Dinner's new game is, will it be an original IP or not? I'd be kind of surprised if it was another card game. Half. Thank you for the 3 years. My account is now old enough to go to kindergarten. Not the United States. Preschool, maybe. Thanks for keeping me around, Half. Appreciate that direct support. All right, so there's a Falcon in our future. Mooches! Man, Max punished for playing my White Widow Center. Sedge. This fills my hands with damage, but it locks me in over here. Really low point of power. What if I do this, and the next turn I can Misery to clear this, plus play a demon, and then maybe a Korg? Yeah, I have to do it this way. I don't know that we're winning here, but I kind of just want to let the game play out. Think there's a chance that we're dead, though.
Hey man, I'm cool.
Are we good? Yeah, we won, right? Sick.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
Cool. Is Zombie Captain Marvel good? I think she's probably playable. She's also a HUD enabler. As someone who loves HUD. One of my favorite cards. All right, I don't think I want to go up into Gold Conquest. I really don't want to deal with people sweating, which is more likely there. I just want to, like, play games and see how they feel to play out. One of the reasons why I think Conquest is ideal for testing new cards is people actually stay in games till the end and you don't have to feel bad about it. Which is nice. Yeah, having the exact same voice line as regular Captain Marvel. I hope that was like a resource issue or something, and they're gonna eventually change it, because that feels real weird. it's this. We'll copy the casts. All right, well, that means all my ones are in danger. Is there a Fire Lord zombie Captain Marvel deck? That's an interesting thought. I don't hate it. A turn 7 seems good for us, does it? Why? No, none of our destroyed cards are a 3 cost. Firehair mid and bail out of the right with misery there. Yeah, maybe. I don't hate that. I get shagged or shadow kicked or something on the left to die. Good and muted before we get tech carded.
Power must be controlled.
They didn't bail on anything. They're just a deck full of tech slop. That's what when Sterrick said a turn 7 seems good for us, I think you were super wrong. I think that definitely I think the turn 7 definitely favored the deck that wanted to just like play a bunch of slop at the end. Having this experience is a lot more tolerable when it's not actually good. It doesn't happen a lot. Really, I'm really happy with the way Second Dinner has worked to balance their game for the last few months. Minimizing the ability for decks like that to be competitive was such a good change of pace. Huh. This person seems like they have a really healthy relationship with the game. Snap is dead, beaten but not fully dead. Get help, gamers.
I am reborn.
Well, they don't have a deck left. It's a lot of dickheads I don't have to worry about.
I found a rock.
It's a shame he got hit by Scored. So I can't try and what's it called him? Yeah, if Scored just hits any other card on the board there. We could have won this with Red Guardian. We also likely win this if this would have gone this way, right? Yeah. The blob like eating their deck was kind of funny, but it meant that my Firehairs and my Cassandra Novas didn't work. Were we losing the left at the time Zombie Captain Marvel jumped? We were, yeah. Were we? Maybe we weren't. Did I sequence that wrong? Maybe I sequenced it wrong. I don't remember. I'd have to check the tape. I definitely could have sequenced it so we were losing this. Right, I might have White Widowed before I did this, which would have been wrong. Yeah. I think I could have. I think it was tied, or maybe we were up a little bit. Yeah, I bet it was 5-5 because of my missequencing. So I should have, if I would have, I would have had a coin flip, but I sequenced in a manner so I didn't. That's a good catch slash call out. Things to think about managing that priority with the new card when we're activating her to try and control where she could go. All right, let's take a brief pause for the cause. Let some adverts go so they don't happen over the top of gameplay. We're gonna play another set with this at least when we get back, and then I've got a clog variation I want to try with Zombie Captain Marvel as well. Appreciate everybody hanging out this afternoon. Don't go anywhere, gamers. If you're watching this content on YouTube right now and you enjoy my work, make sure you tap the like button on whatever you're watching. Doesn't cost you anything. Appreciate the folks that do that. The auto deck was just stock destroy without Moira, so it was built wrong. We were 4-5, and then Captain Marvel activated, causing Firehair to trigger in time before Captain Marvel could move. Okay, yeah, so I needed to zombie Captain Marvel before I White Widowed, then she could have jumped left for us. That was my... Could have had the same outcome, but I didn't play to a 50-50 I could have played to. So not a guarantee, but I gave myself a 0%er instead of a 50%er. Do. All right, let's pop back in, huh? That's one that Zombie Captain Marvel doesn't mind getting rid of. Is Sage good instead of Cassandra if you don't have her? I mean, this deck's probably bad, so follow your heart. What am I doing if I fill here? I don't really feel like I'm accomplishing anything. Coin flip to kill Blue Marvel on the left. Never won a coin flip in my life. Certainly not about to start today.
Higher, further, faster, baby. Higher, further, faster, baby.
Feels like should be worth trying in a storm deck. I have one of those built too. I would be surprised if that's good, but I do have one of those built. What's the count here? So this adds 2 to their deck, up to 5 cards, and then this is 5, and then 10 more. It's not remotely enough.
Escaped. Oh, snap. Victory.
Yeah, the zombie Captain Marvel with the same voice line. Eeks of they ran out of time.
Snap. Victory.
Our opponent's taking these games very seriously. This conquest is a big deal for them.
Snap.
All right, I promise not to play out any ongoings there. You got me. You got me. Huh. Interesting. I think it's this. I think it's this. That's bad for me, yeah? Bye, friend.
Time's up.
I'm gonna stay, mostly because I just don't want to play 800 games against this person. Oh, lost my coin flip. Man, that's depressing. Flipped heads, should have flipped tails. Unlucky, unlucky. Actually, I think I'm just gonna go X. I don't really want to play more games against them. I miss Diner so bad, chat. Diner was just actually the perfect place to be able to test new cards. Because you actually had a game mode where people played it out to completion most of the time, and you actually got to see what the actual power level of cards were, and not just people retreating endlessly. Or sweating profusely. Well, I mean, I guess this makes Misery cheaper, but that's about it. I mean, for what it's worth, it's 0% true that retreating is the correct choice inside of the Proving Grounds. Just so we're clear. They definitely can play the game however they want, but playing the Proving Grounds optimally is definitely not staying in every game down to the bitter end. That is not remotely optimal. All right, so for reference, the opponent is... Actually, am I blowing up this rock? I don't think I am. Because then that exposes her to Shag. They're a Shag Killmonger deck. I don't have any 3s destroyed, so... Fire Lord's not doing anything. Their Fenris Wolf is currently bringing back a Carnage, which doesn't bode well for them. Oh, thank goodness we're going to play best of 1. Fire it up, Boomer Snapper. I assume we're dead. Oh my goodness, I lost the coin flip again. That's so funny. Demon here. Fire Lord here. That wasn't even a flip. We win most of the permutations of this outcome, huh? I think they were expecting their Spell of the Center to tuck the bite instead of the what's it called? We won the coin flip on Carnage versus White Widow. No, they were always getting the Carnage back, Derek. The Carnage had 4 points of power. Oh, that's true. I could have played third demon plus Korg there as well. That would let me spread my points a little bit better. That's a good shout out. That's true. Yeah, the opponent fucked up by activating Fenris is accurate. Zabu during your best Quicksilver impersonation. That's because my Zabu's a professional. I was about to say, oh, Silver Sable, interesting. And then I noticed that it had a red border on it. And that means there's nothing interesting about it. We were going to get to do our Firehair, White Widow, Red Guardian combo. But then an icebox and a danger room happened, so none of that, I suppose. Oh, weird. Why is the red border an indicator of Erishim? Because the type of people who play Erishim are the least creative, most boring people in Marvel Snap. Alright, Ben. As you will, bud. Listen, chat, never forget. There are 3 people involved in every game of Marvel Snap. You, your opponent, and Ben Brown. And sometimes Ben is just gonna let you know that you don't get to play the game. Actually, credit to Ben. I'm kind of happy he chose that I wasn't gonna get to play the game when I queued into Erishim anyways, and probably didn't want to play to begin with. I have a lot of really good things to say about Marvel Snap 3 years, and I like this game a lot. I have absolutely nothing good to say about Erishim. It is the worst design, and Marvel Snap is a markedly worse game because it exists. They want something like Erishim to exist. It should be a custom game mode that comes back once every other month that people opt into playing, not something I have forced upon me.
Snap. Opponent snapped.
To set an incredibly low bar, New Kang is a better design of randomness than Erishim.
Hey man, I'm cool.
Will Zombie Captain Marvel go to a location where there is a draw? Are you losing a draw? Oh, thanks, bud. Look at that. Now she'll go there. What a lovely lass. Hey, look, I'm losing. What a loser. What a big old dumb loser. It's me, the loser. Chocolate rain. 22 months still I feel the pain. Chocolate rain. But it appears to be a Morgan Le Fay enjoyer. Alright, so we'll go Hood into Firehair into hit it. Gandalf, thank you for the 1.5 years of support. Welcome back.
I found the rock.
I found a rock.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
There she goes. Here we go. Here we go again. Here we go again. Should have known. Should have known. Should have known again. Do. Fire Lord. For little old me. You shouldn't have. No, really, it's bad for you. You shouldn't have. Oh, I can play Nico on 2x mode, chat. Why is it Pet Mansion work? Pet Mansion was revealed at the end of last turn, not this turn. This turn was turn 5 for Pet Mansion.
Victory. Oh, snap. Victory.
What does the new card do? It activates to destroy everything else in her lane. And it gets 3 power for each one. It moves to a location that we are losing.
Hey,
A lot of little bits. Tiger Loss, thank you for the 14 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Thank you, sire. Sire, I am but a humble jester. Along for the ride. How has this felt in the first hour of gameplay? Playable? I think I'd say playable.
I definitely need to change my underwear.
All right, so we're looking at top deck a Firehair next turn. Would be a ideal draw. If we top deck Firehair, we could go Firehair, activate, and then Red Guardian the bite that Firehair makes. Man, that would have been so sweet. Oh, I can use Hood to force her to jump over here. Do I like that though? Maybe I don't like that actually. Because I could do just this, and then next turn, this zombie Captain Marvel can blow this one up. I think I prefer that. And then we'll go like Nico, Demon, Firelord in the last turn.
What a game! Enough said, bub.
Turbo, thank you for the 25 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back.
Enough said, bub.
I'm the throne.
We're beating this, yeah? I feel like we could replace White Widow and Red Guardian for Sage and another cheap odd reveal. Sage isn't a card you can play on curve, Gamer. White Widow and Red Guardian we can play on curve.
Victory.
If anything, after playing this deck a bunch, I think Sage is a pretty explicitly bad card to add to it because I really don't have time to play it late on curve. We're often finishing on Firelord. Just not gonna play the Shuri live game with the Destroy deck.
Escaped.
Snap before their X-23 jumps around.
I'm the throne.
I definitely.
Shame all of our 4s are spent.
Victory.
Beep, 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 beep. This is a fun curve. We find a Firehair. This curve is sick. We get to go 2, 3, 4 Firehair, Cassandra Nova on 5.
Victory.
I miss the diners so bad, chat. I just don't want to play Marvel Retreat. Can we just play a game? I just want to play the game. Is that asking so much? A casual queue would be so nice. So, casual queues, in my experience, don't really exist in competitive slanted games like this. The best, like, Deadpool's Diner is just, like, a good example of the latest iteration of it, of encouraging structurally to make people play games out.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
It's funny that our Captain Marvels are just like 2 ships of the night.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
Is Super dead? It's like, keep 'em honest here, as many points here as possible. You assume we lose like a death on the right or something. No! And death! A lot of NRG. Oh, I guess their death was free because my Captain Marvel also blew some stuff up. Their death getting cheaper from it's actually a reason for me to wait to use my Marvel till turn 6 is something to think about. Things to consider. Killmonger me, daddy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I found a rock.
I don't know if this is right. Misery the Hood instead. Are we supposed to misery the Hood? I guess I could do this. Putting another kiss here does not pop both the kisses. You want to play Hood and Misery, right? This is a lot of upside if I hit the 1 and 4 for Firelord, but I'm not guaranteed to hit the Firelord is the problem. I don't know. There's value in putting another rock into their deck too, though. This makes their death cheaper, though.
What a game!
Noodles meat wall. Wall noodles. Their Deadpool has 0 points of power. We're playing for all 3 lanes. Giddy up, cowboy. Ugh! Their null is still so big. Sedge. It's so annoying that they drew death and null through my rocks. I didn't draw Firelord. If we draw Firelord, we win here. The AWS outage impacted some smart sleep beds, leaving customers stuck in an inclined position or with overheating mattresses. All right, gamers, I'm just gonna give it to you straight. If your mattress needs to connect to the internet to run its functions, I feel like you get what you're gonna deserve. Capitalist innovation right there for sure. Big capitalism. Much wow. Might be potentially like really good for us, yeah. All right, I'm giving them Misery, White Widow, and Nico.
Hey, I found a rook.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
There were a lot of coin flips during this set. It feels like we broke on the wrong side of them a bunch of times. This is just another round of a convoluted variance flip, unfortunately. Did we win? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Sorry, I said that this was a coin flip and it was all variance, but we won, so very clearly it was skill based. Just so we're clear. If we had lost, it would have been a variance crapshoot, no skill. But I won. Very clearly had the perfect read. Outmaneuvered tactically. This was cute. I think the big thing that stood out in my mind that Zombie Captain Marvel felt like she was enabling in this deck is Zombie Captain Marvel made Firehair a significantly better turn 5 play. Being able to like have Captain Marvel on the board and then like play Firehair plus other things into the Captain Marvel lane, and then have that destroy waiting on the board so Firehair could activate really cleanly on a bunch of stuff the turn she came out, felt really very serviceable. White Widow Red Guardian, obviously adorable. I think I liked it though. I've talked a lot recently about how Korg, I think, is an underrated disruptive effect, so he's just a cute one drop that works with Firehair and also makes our Cassandra Nova a little bit better, and it's just pretty generically good disruption, I think, against the linear combo decks that exist in the metagame right now. Firehair, super fun card to build decks around, and it looks like Zombie Captain Marvel is going to be another reasonable enabler for her.